What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Young Black and Vegan. I'm your host, Keith Terrell. So before we jump into these 10 tips that's going to help you transition into a vegan diet, I want to thank each and every one of you who subscribed, liked, shared, commented on any of the videos that we've dropped so far. We just recently hit our 2-year anniversary and couldn't have done it without you guys. So hit me up in the comments if there's anything else that you want to see on the show, anybody specific you want me to talk to, or topics you want me to cover, and I'll definitely work on getting those out to you. So a lot of you've been in the comments or hit me in the DM and kind of asked, what do I need to do and how do I transition to a vegan diet? So I figured I would answer all of those questions and put them in one video. So here are 10 tips to help you transition to a vegan diet. Number 10, know your why. Your why is going to be the anchor that you can always come back to help you stay on this new path, this new journey. For me, my why was I basically wanted to have a good quality of life. I worked in an ER for over 6 years and worked on an ambulance for 2 years. So I really got to see firsthand the negative effects of like what you put in your body, how it affects you. So for me, that was my why. If you have been following the show, I did an interview at Organic Food Kings in Miami with my guy, Alex. His why was he basically wanted to be able to live, to be around for his kids. So figure out whatever your why is, and that's gonna help you in the long run to stay on this journey. Number 9, educate yourself. So tuning in to my show, Young Black and Vegan, I try to make sure I always provide value and things that you can apply to your life that are gonna help you, whether it's just spiritually, mentally, emotionally, or nutritionally. It is Young Black and Vegan, so we're always gonna eat vegan food. So educate yourself. There are a ton of YouTube shows and channels out there, Instagram, TikTok, books. You even have it in your phone. You can ask Google or ask ChatGPT these days, like any questions about is this healthy or what's a healthier alternative, and you'll get an answer. Number 8, start gradually. So personally, I went cold turkey when I went vegan when I was still living in LA, and that's partly true because it was a gradual thing internally that I was thinking about for a while. And I told this story on one of the episodes. I actually worked the All Deaf Digital Awards, and it was catered by the Vegan Guru, shout out Guru, and he made this vegan lasagna. So when I ate that vegan lasagna and saw how good vegan food could be, like I pretty much just went all in. I bought a juicer, so I was juicing like 3 times a day and really only eating 1 meal, but that was an extreme. For you, like take your time, educate yourself, learn more about a vegan lifestyle and how to get all of the nutrients that you need. And it also will benefit you if you've been putting a lot of things in your body where there's toxicity that needs to work out. So you might not want to shock your body, but always, whenever you're changing your diet or your lifestyle, consult with whoever your healthcare provider is, and let them know this is something that you want to do, and hopefully they can also provide some type of guidance for you. Number 7 is stock your kitchen. So always, I like to make sure that I have certain things in my kitchen that I can always grab. It's going to be my oats, greens for a salad, sweet potatoes. I've really been heavy on my Japanese sweet potatoes lately, and a lot of people say that eating vegan is expensive. It's expensive if you eat out every day, but that's whether you're vegan or not. If you're constantly going to restaurants, that can rack up. So for me, thankfully, I have a farmer's market that's up the street, and you can get a whole thing of oats for like $2. You can get beans and chickpeas and lentils and all of these things, which are like staples in a vegan diet, and they don't cost that much, but it's gonna require you to do a little bit of work in the kitchen. So nuts, cashews, almonds, walnuts, fruit. So depending on whatever type of fruit you like, I'm big on mangoes, bananas, apples. These are staples that you can have. And then obviously your spices, you can have your nutritional yeast, your liquid aminos, and however you like to season your food. So whatever you would season, like if you eat meat or chicken or any of that stuff, whatever you would season that stuff with, have the same seasonings and you can season your vegan food with. So stock your kitchen up to make it easier, where you'll always have something and you can make a meal. Which leads to number 6, meal prep. So I know everybody's busy. I'm super busy. I don't always have the time to meal prep, but when I do, It's usually on a Sunday, and like I'll hit the farmer's market, get all of the ingredients I need, and then try to make things that I know are gonna last for at least 3 to 4 days. Like I don't really like eating the same meal over and over and over. So like that's a good cutoff for me, something that's gonna last 3 to 4 days. I'm only cooking for myself. So obviously if you're cooking for like a huge family, the meal might only last 1 day, but you can also like make a big thing of food and then put it in the freezer. So later on you can just pull it out and thaw. So it's really just about planning ahead so you always have something to avoid like choosing the unhealthier options. Number 5, super important one, read the labels. So there are products out there, I was about to say a lot, but it's not really a lot, but there are some products that claim to be vegan, but then you'll look at the label and it'll have milk in it, or it'll have eggs, something crazy, which I don't even know how they can get away with calling something vegan if it has animal products in it. But do your due diligence, look at the labels, know what you're putting in your body. For me, my rule is like if it's too many ingredients, I'm just not gonna eat it because I wanna try to stay as close to whole foods as possible. But again, do what works for you. So if you're just starting off, maybe you're substituting meat for the fake meats out there. I don't eat a lot of that stuff personally. I will if I'm shooting an episode of the show and we're eating somewhere, then I'm pretty much gonna try whatever is on the menu. But when I'm at home, that's not the type of stuff I'm cooking. I'm using that's not the type of stuff that I'm cooking. I'm using a lot of chickpeas, brown rices, quinoas, Japanese sweet potatoes in general. So a healthy rule is basically every meal that you eat minus breakfast. So lunch and dinner, have your carb, some vegetables, and your protein. So your protein might be some beans, some lentils, could be tofu, tempeh. Then you can do a green salad, or you can do broccoli. And then like me, I'll do the Japanese sweet potato. So you're still getting everything you need. A lot of times when people transition to the vegan diet, they go to the extreme and eat all carbs, which is definitely not healthy. So it's still, that goes with the educating yourself, knowing what you need to eat to get all of the nutrients that you need in your body. Which leads to number 4, supplements. I don't supplement a lot, but there are certain things that I do take. I do a B12 spray that I get off of Amazon, and that's good for anybody, whether you're vegan or not, because a lot of people are deficient in B12. I'll do sea moss, preferably purple sea moss, that I'll put in my protein shakes, usually after I work out, and then I'll do vitamin D. So other than that, I pretty much eat and get all of the nutrients I need from the food that I consume. But check with your healthcare provider, see where your numbers are, and they can hopefully give you some guidance on what to eat. Or if you know that you're deficient in a certain thing like iron, use Google, use ChatGPT, ask what are good sources that I will get iron from, or anything else that you might be deficient in. I don't know what number we're on. I think we're on like number 3 or number 2, but anyway, the next one is learn how to cook. So this is going to be the least expensive way to be vegan, and this is also probably going to be the healthiest way because you know exactly what you're putting on your plate and in your body. YouTube University, that's where I go. I'm not a trained chef at all, but I am moving up to Chef Boyardee Keith. You know, I can make a couple of things that taste pretty good. So get you like 2 to 3 staple meals. So my staple meals, I do a chana masala, got the recipe off of YouTube. So that's something I know that I can go to make. It's a hearty meal, and the guesswork is not there because I made it so many times. Recently, which I still got this episode coming with my boy Chef Kyle, we made a vegan garlic noodle. So those are like 2 staples for me that I'll do for dinner. And you know, I'll look at different videos and recipes. I have a ton of vegan cookbooks. I don't suggest you buy a ton of vegan cookbooks unless you're actually gonna be in the kitchen. The ones that I have, I've probably used like, I can count on one hand. YouTube University is what I suggest. Learn how to cook, make some good things. You can even impress your friends, and it's also gonna help you, like if you go to events and people are bringing food, you can take your own food or you can take a vegan dish, which is gonna ensure that you have something to eat, but then you can also introduce people to other options out there. So next one is don't be too hard on yourself. If you accidentally or if you on purpose eat something that's non-vegan, it's cool. It's not the end of the world. Like there's no vegan police. Well, there's probably some vegan police out there, but we're not worried about them. So you're doing this for you and what works for you at the end of the day. So if you eat something that's not vegan, that's non-vegan, then the next meal, just do something better. It's just about steps and being patient and gracious with yourself. This is not a cult. This is just a way of living. I personally am not one of the vegans that say, oh, everybody should be vegan. Honestly, do what you want, do what makes you happy. You only have one life. For me, it works for me and I enjoy the quality of life that it gives me. I love the way that I feel, like my energy is amazing. Last tip, hydration. Stay hydrated. Drinking water is going to be one of the best things that you can do. So it doesn't really matter what type of water you drink. I drink spring water. There's an endless amount of brands out there, but do what works for you. So this is your life, your lifestyle. Figure out the things that you like. Some people like Fiji, some people like Crystal Geyser, some people like Arrowhead, some people like Mountain Spring. Doesn't matter. Just get water in your system and make sure you're drinking enough of it. Start your day off with some water when you wake up because you just fasted for 8 hours or however long you slept. So it's really about implementing routine into your life so you make it easy. I think I covered 10 tips, maybe it was 11, I lost count, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, here are some, these were some tips that hopefully can help you as you transition to a vegan diet. If there's anything that I didn't mention or that you want me to speak more on, just drop it in the comment and I'll try to address it. Follow me on social media, Young Black and Vegan. Hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And yeah, Young Black and Vegan, Young Black and Vegan. New episodes coming soon and I'll catch y'all on the flip side.